Oh, geez. I had a freaking. I don't know if it was freezing for you guys. It was freezing for me. Was it freezing for y'all? Or did it play pretty smoothly? I don't know. It was freezing on my end. Hey, really quick, I wanted to get this out there. How's everybody doing tonight? This Thursday, for the first time in history, we are getting a constitutional carry hearing on 4 separate bills. Yeah, on my side, it was just, it stopped. So I was sitting there like, it was stuck on 13 seconds. And then my intro got stuck. And I'm like, well, what the heck is going on here? I don't even know. Anyway, all right. It's probably my crappy internet on this side. But anyway, we are getting a constitutional carry hearing Thursday in the Committee of Homeland Security and Public Safety. It's going to begin on or about, well, it's going to be on Thursday, the 25th. And you don't need to be there any earlier than about 10:30, okay? Unless you want to get there early to register so that you can, be among the first to testify and then get out of there. Because I guarantee you what's going to happen. I'm going to read off a lot of these bills that are going to be heard. It's not just constitutional carry. They're doing a lot of gun bills on Thursday. A lot of bills. Some related to law enforcement, some related to guns, some related to other stuff. Because this is the committee on. Can y'all hear me pretty good? My mic was way the heck over there for some reason. I don't care. I'm gonna leave it over there. Apparently, y'all can hear me just fine. Right? Y'all can hear me? All right, good. And this is what's great. Hey, Brian, how you doing, man? This is what's great about the fact that our Speaker of the House here in the Texas legislature selected Representative James White to chair this committee because one of the bill sponsors is James White. I'm not going to go into all of the details of each one and what the differences are between them. I believe if you go to, because I don't have time to do that. I believe if you go to the Gun Owners of America Texas site, you can, they have something up there that actually compares the 4 constitutional carry bills and what each one does a little bit differently. But bottom line is we are going to support all 4 of those bills, okay? We're going to support all 4 of them. We're not going to play this game that we've played in the past where we're going to fight one bill over the other. We're going to support all of them. We're going to let them hash this stuff out. And then whatever gets to the Senate will, find whatever. And I'm going to leave it up to Rick Briscoe and people like Rachel Malone with GOA to hammer out what bill they need to put a lot of pressure on the committee to actually hold a vote on, okay, that we can all rally behind. But again, so the earliest that this starts is about 10:30 or when the House adjourns. So the House will start a session around 9 o'clock or something like that. Depending on what they have, they'll do some shout outs to people in the gallery. They'll offer some resolutions for honoring certain people or whatever. And then when they adjourn, that's when the committee is going to meet. So it's no earlier than 10:30. All right. So you don't have to get up early or anything like that. But what I will tell you up front is this is going to be a long day. Because what's going to happen is they're going to get rid of some of the smaller bills and knock those out as quickly as possible. And then they're going to probably hold the constitutional carry bills until some of the last things they have to do. And that's when you're going to have, and I'll tell you why, because there are going to be hundreds of people there, both in support and opposition to your right to keep and bear arms as dictated or as protected, by the Constitution. Okay. And, they don't want to do all of this stuff up front and put all these other bills off when they can. If they wait, then there will be less people sitting around by the time they get to the constitutional carry bills, and they won't have to listen to as many people. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just that there will be so many people. But it doesn't matter. We need you to be there one way or the other, because we've got to get rid of this stupid infringement that is the license. We've got to get rid of that. So here's some of the bills that are going to be heard on Thursday. Now, there's several things. Okay, before I even get to that, let me just bring this up front. You don't have to testify. Okay, there are several things that you can do if you want to go and register your support, but you can't stick around all day long and wait to testify. Okay, if your rights aren't that important to you, then there are things you can do. You can sign up and register. You can still register to testify, and then if you have to leave, you just leave. All right, and then when they call your name, they'll just show you as testifying for or against a particular bill. That's fine. Another thing you can do is you can email your testimony to the committee. Okay, if you, for whatever reason, you just can't make it, right? You've got some excuse, like you're in El Paso or Brownsville or something like that. If you just can't make it, then you should be able to email your testimony to the committee chair. And I'll tell you, let's see. Let me bring this up actually. I will bring up the email, where you've got to go. So committees. So if you go to capital.texas.gov, when you go to capital.texas.gov, click on committees. And then after you click on committees, go down to Homeland Security and Public Safety. And when you do that, you'll see over on the right-hand side, there is a phone number to the clerk. The clerk is Roel Benavidez, okay? You can call him and find out, hey, where do I send my testimony if I can't make it to a particular hearing? And you'll need to have that in that day, all right? But the other thing you can do is you can show up and then not testify if you don't want to testify. Sorry, I'm tired. I've been reading constitutional law and the First Amendment all day. We're into the First Amendment, the good stuff like hate speech and what constitutes fighting words and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just tired of reading cases all day. You can sign up to support but not testify, and you can sign up to support and testify. Okay. So those are the ways you can do it. Now, when you get there, as long as you're on, there's no way to sign up in support of a bill unless you are at the Capitol. And if you're at the Capitol, you can pull up the bills on your cell phone as long as you're connected to the Capitol Wi-Fi, and you can do everything right there. Or there are little kiosks, like little iPads, in which you can go and sign up, and you'll see the exact same thing. So here's the bills. Here's the bills that are going to be there. And I'm just going to go through pretty much all of them real quick. I'm not going to go into a big in-depth analysis. If you got questions about something, let me know. Because I'm not tracking all of these because, man, don't really matter to me. There's HB 54. This is a bill that will essentially prohibit things like live PD. You know, as you and I both know, that shows like Cops have created this cowboy culture in law enforcement. And unfortunately, in an effort to create good TV, a lot of times these law enforcement officers will, harass people needlessly. And so there's a bill, HB 54. Hey, thank you, Frank, Raven, Doc, Brian, Nicholas, Rose, Hawkwind. Hello, everybody. But this will prohibit law enforcement from contracting with these TV stations to have them like do ride-alongs and film for a television show. All right, I support that. I don't think they should be doing that. I think they should be focused on law enforcement. If these people want to make film, then they can just follow around and try to, film them as they drive around, whatever. Then there's House Bill 88. This is the kind of like the George Floyd bill is pretty much what this is. I'm just going to leave it at that. Then there is HB 127, which is funny because we've got that HR 127 in the in Congress. This one is kind of the same way. This would ban the open carry of rifles and shotguns. Okay, ban it, unless you're on private property or you're on property where you've been given permission, you know, like for hunting leases or whatever. So obviously we need to, we're going to go against that one. Now, here's what I'll also say as I go through this. Okay. Obviously we want you to sign up for and against these different bills. There will be people from Open Carry Texas and Gun Owners of America at this hearing to help you understand which ones are good and which ones are bad. So, I mean, if you want to go and get a pen and start writing these down so that when you get there, you'll know kind of how to do it. But what we're going to ask you to do is only, support or oppose these bills, but only sign up to testify on the constitutional carry bills. I'll tell you why. Unless you've got some personal story on how a bill affected you individually, then just oppose it or support it. Okay, don't testify, because the more people that testify on all these other bills that are going to be in here, the longer it's going to take before we can get to constitutional carry. All right, and those bills. And I've been at the Capitol where I did not even get out of there until like 4:30 at the latest. That was the latest I'd ever been at the Capitol. Literally doing hearings was 4:30, and it's not uncommon that it can go to 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I have a feeling these probably will do that. What do we got here? I'll give you my number, CJ, and I think we can really make a better world if we just have a visit for a half hour or so. All right, man. If you got my number, just know that I'm not in Texas right now. All right. So HB 127. Obviously, we're going to oppose. That's not going to go anywhere, folks. Okay, it's not, but still, we're going to oppose it. But don't testify. I'm going to skip that one. That's a law enforcement bill. That's emergency services dispatchers. Okay, this is a good bill by a Democrat, Symphonia Thompson, HB 830. And what this is law enforcement cannot actually arrest you for essentially what is a fine-only misdemeanor. For example, this weekend, David Warden and I think some others, as a matter of fact, some people here, because I did the video about this. David Warden and his bunch there got arrested for a Class C misdemeanor. They went to jail for a $500 fine. HB 830 would prevent that from happening. They just issue you a citation, you go to your court date. I'm all for that as well. House Bill 830. And it limits law enforcement policies regarding the issuance of citations for misdemeanors punishable by a fine only, and to a limitation on the authority to arrest a person for certain fine-only misdemeanors. Okay. All right. Then we've got HB 918, which is would allow adults aged 18 to 20 who are protected under certain court orders related to family violence, right? So protective orders and things. It allows them to qualify for a license to carry if they're under that court order. Now, personally, I think anyone 18 to 20 should be able to get a license. And personally, I think that nobody should have to get a license, period. But anyway, that's a step in the right direction. So there's that one. And that was HB 918. Then you've got, look, anything from Goodwin is probably bad. So this is a bill. So it's 1039. And all it does is it's a tracking mechanism for license holders. And it creates more work for DPS and more bureaucratic nonsense for dealing with suspended, revoked, or expired licenses to carry. We don't have an issue with that right now. It's a problem in search of, or a solution. Solution in search of a problem. This is just them trying to make it more difficult. And it goes into another bill a little bit later, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, this is the one. Okay, yeah, this is the one, 1039. What 1039 does is it makes everybody who has an LTC it creates a public searchable database of everyone in Texas who's got an LTC. Now, the ostensible purpose behind this is because supposedly people who have, because if you've got a Texas license to carry and you go in to buy a gun, you hand them that license, you fill out the 4473, but you don't have to wait on the FBI background check. Why? Because in order to get the license, you've already done an FBI background check. So you're good. You don't have to go through all that rigmarole. Well, what Goodwin, the dumbest person on the committee, by the way, and I mean that sincerely, she has got to be, I don't even know, she might even be the dumbest person in the legislature, but that's debatable. But I definitely know she's the dumbest person on this committee. So she seems to think we have this problem that law enforcement isn't doing their job when a license gets suspended by taking that license. Okay, there are processes for that. Every time I've been arrested, I've had my license suspended and they've taken it from me. I've had to send it back to them. And if not, boy, they'll hunt your ass down. All right. So this is a problem, a solution in search of a problem. But really what it is, it's a way to harass law-abiding citizens who have a license to carry and make it easier for people to know where they live. I mean, gosh, criminals will know where every license to carry holder is based on this bill, HB 1039. So we're going to oppose that. 1069, relating to the carrying of a handgun by certain first responders, we support. 1094, this is the first constitutional carry bill, is 1094. That's the one we want you to sign up to testify on. 1238 is the second one by Biederman. That's the second constitutional carry bill. Sign up to testify. And I think what's probably going to happen, I don't know how they're going to do this because there are some differences to the bills. So I don't know how they're going to do this, but I have a feeling what they're probably going to do on the committee is limit testimony to 2 or 3 minutes and put all 4 bills together so you're testifying on all 4 bills at one time. And that way you don't have 8 minutes to talk about essentially what is the same thing and how you support it, okay? All right, so that was 1238. That one doesn't matter. That's not have anything to do with us. That has nothing to do with us. Well, actually, yeah, never mind. I haven't read that one, so I'm not even gonna. All right, and then you've got Representative White's bill, HB 1911. That's the third constitutional carry bill. Looks like he got it renumbered to HB 1911, which is good. So that's the third one, and then you've got Schaefer's 1927, HB 1927. That's the fourth constitutional carry bill that's going to be heard on Thursday. Thursday. Put that in your calendars. Call in sick. I don't know. Tell me you got COVID. I don't care what you got to do. You got to be there on Thursday, okay? You got to be there Thursday. Let's see if there's anything else respecting guns other than what I've already said. Well, there's 2675, which is essentially the same thing, making it easier to get a license to carry if you're at risk of becoming a victim of violence. Well, shoot, that should make it easy for me then. I get threatened so many times. Let's see. And then that's it for the gun. Wait. Oh, and then you got HB 2900 by Hefner. And this is essentially. Wait, did I say the other? I got to go to my website here real quick. Hang on. I think I'm confusing two bills here. Because all I've got is like the header at this point. So 2900. I am so tired. I'm going to crash right after. Whoa, I'm missing some bills on here. Okay, our tracker is way behind. I'm missing a lot of gun bills on there. That's why that's not looking familiar to me. All right, let me read this then. But it's by Hefner, so I think it's a good bill because Hefner's a very friendly pro-gun representative. So relating to provisions governing the carrying of a firearm by a person who is not otherwise prohibited by state or federal law from possessing the firearm or to other provisions relating to the carrying, possessing, transporting, or storing of a firearm making conforming changes. I mean, that sounds like another constitutional carry bill, is what that sounds like. So I'm wondering if this other bill, no, because 1927, 1911, 1238, those are all constitutional carry bills. And 1094, there are 5. I don't know. I have to go and read the. Anyway, so I support that too. All right. My hope is, let me see if I got my text from my boys yet. Nope, I didn't. Anyway, if you go there, GOA is handing out T-shirts. If you show up and you want a GOA T-shirt, by all means, get there and get yourself a shirt. Obviously, you're gonna have to get there early if you want that. So be there by 10:30. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get these if they don't have them. I think they do. These stickers that we're gonna have also at the hearing that you'll be able to get. I believe we also have some constitutional Make Texas Texas Again constitutional carry stickers as well back in the trailer. So I'm going to talk to my guys, see if they can stop by there and pick those up. Hey, John, you're just going to have to go back and listen. Essentially, what's going on, John, is we need all hands on deck Thursday, March 25th, Thursday, no later than 10 o'clock. Okay, no later than 10 o'clock. Now, this is going to be in room 10, I'm sorry, E2030, E2030. When you go into the Capitol, you're going to want to go downstairs into the basement and then downstairs again into the extension. So you're going to go underground, essentially. This is on the very bottom floor, and it's at the very end of the extension. You're going to go all the way to the end of the hallway, past that little rotunda, all the way to the end of the hallway. When you hit your face on the wall, to the left is the hearing room, okay? That's where the hearing is going to be. Where the rotunda is, there is another room right there at the corner, and I don't have the room number specifically, but GOA is going to have a conference room there for us to, if you want to go in there and eat a snack, relax, strategize, get some information, things like that. There's also going to be a conference room set up, and this is going to be an all-day thing on March 25th, okay? But you don't have to be there any earlier than about 10 o'clock unless you want to sign up early so that you can leave earlier, okay? And you can get there, I think, as early as 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. And put your name in the kiosk, and that way, you're at the front of the line if you don't want to wait all night. But keep in mind, if you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you go to the Capitol and you get to I don't know how long it takes you to get to the Capitol, but let's just say you get there at 8 o'clock. I'm telling you, be prepared. If you're one of those that really truly wants to testify, be prepared to be there past midnight. It's probably going to be a done deal that we're going to be there past midnight. These are very big bills. There are obviously a lot of pro-gun people are going to be there, but guess who else is going to be there? A lot of anti-gun people. You can bet that Moms Demand Action is already putting out, or Moms Demand Action because they can't get it anywhere else, is already putting out their call to action as well. And they're going to be there with their little red shirts on and causing a problem. Now, when you go, let me give you some advice about this. You can also, by the way, you can go to the Open Carry Texas YouTube channel, and through the Open Carry Texas YouTube channel, just do a search for how to testify at the Austin Capitol. Okay, and we've got a video up of how to use the kiosks and how to register to vote, register to testify on a bill. Yeah, and yeah, Felicia's one of the contacts there. Look, if you go, and yes, you can open carry, you can conceal carry, dress presentably. I'm not going to tell you how to dress, okay? But don't wear anything vulgar. Don't wear any profanity. We want to go there and we want to win them over with our testimony, okay? We don't need to be talking to them about hanging them from the gallows and all this kind of stuff. Go there and talk about your personal story. Why is it important to you? Why is it important to you that you shouldn't have to get a license? And it might be a constitutional basis for that. But going there and berating the representatives is not going to win anybody over. Okay, it's going to give them an excuse, is what it's going to give them. So no matter how you feel about that, go there and do the right thing. Just testify, talk about why it's important to you, let them know that they should pass it, leave out the rhetoric about treason and, uphold your oath and all that kind of stuff. Okay. It's not going to win them over. Politicians don't care. So yeah, like Raven Black Dove said, just be professional, go out there, speak your mind, do so in a rational way, be respectful, and then get out and leave and let someone else go. That's how we're going to win these people over. Look, this is an historic opportunity for Texas to become the 21st state. Why do I say that? Because we've already got 18, and most likely by the time this session's over, 3 more states, or 2 more states at least, are going to be constitutional carry states. That means the best we can do is become the 21st state to pass constitutional carry. Unless by some miracle, they have the hearing on constitutional carry in the committee and they vote, within a few days or a week to pass it out of committee and send it to the floor. And then it's one of the first bills they debate and vote on and send to the Senate and vice versa. Okay. So anyway, that's the deal. That's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. Just a quick 30-minute video. And what else? Wear, hey, if you want to wear nice slacks and wear your OCT shirt, wear your pro-gun shirt, wear your Gun Owners of America shirt. I mean, NRA, if you're an NRA person and you care about that, whatever it is, but just dress nice for whatever that means. Just don't look like a slob, okay? Don't look like a douchebag. Don't look like a thug. Just go in there and make sure that we get these bills passed. This is our chance, all right? And who knows? This might be our last chance, depending on how things keep going with Texas and all these dumbass Californians moving to our state. Now the good ones, the conservatives that are leaving, that's one thing. But the liberals that are coming here, that's a different thing, all right? We don't know what's going to happen in the future, so we really need to be on our best behavior and get this thing passed. We have a good shot. We have a really good shot this year. I mean, I'm telling you, we have the best shot we've ever had of getting constitutional carry passed. Last session was an absolute disgrace with Pancho Navarez in charge. Nothing got done pro-gun. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, because Pancho was too busy snorting cocaine and wanted to make sure that his moms demand action, because they can't get it anywhere else, we're taken care of. All right. I've got a minute and a half. See if we got any questions here, because I do want to end this at 30 minutes. Okay, answered that one. Answered that one. I heard about the shooting there in Colorado today. I was actually watching a live stream of it. There was a dude, I forgot what channel he was. But he was he was like right there. And of course the police were telling him, "You got to get back." He's like, "Hell no, I'm a journalist. I'm staying right here. We're just trying to protect you. I don't need you to protect me." Frank, the hearing for constitutional carry, once again, that's what this whole video has been about, is this Thursday, March 25th, okay? And be there no later than 10 o'clock. You don't even really need to be there no earlier than 10 o'clock. And let me tell you this. If you can't get off work until noon, 1 o'clock, and it takes you an hour or two to get to the Capitol, I guarantee you will have a, yes, ZFG videography. That's who it was. Thanks, Hawkwind. I guarantee you will have a chance to sign up. So even if you have to work half a day and, come down with something in the middle of the day and say, "I don't feel so good, I need to go home," and then you go to Capitol, you know what I'm talking about? You're going to have time to do that, okay? So don't feel like just because you can't be there in the morning, you shouldn't show up at all. Please do. Please do. And you can contact us through the website. Call the phone number. It'll ring to David, who's supposed to be there. It'll ring to Rick, who's supposed to be there, and it'll ring to me, who's not going to answer because I'll be in class. Now, what I plan to do never mind, I'm not going to tell you what I plan to do. Nope, not going to tell you because I can't, and there's reasons for that. But I won't be able to take your phone call because I'll be in class. I mean, that's the bottom line. All right, I'm done. 31 minutes. I'm past. Brian, you're caught up. Looks like everybody's caught up. Pantifa General will be supporting the anti-gun bills. Probably. Yes, they will. I might have to go over there to the Reddit liberal gun owners page. I might have to do that. All right, y'all. Okay. Last time. This Thursday, March 25th, let everyone know, all of your pro-gun friends, carpool if you have to, okay? There's a place to eat there. There's a cafeteria, but it does close at like 5 or 6, something like that. So you might want to bring some snacks as well with you, especially if it goes, because it's going to go late into the night. Now, you might be able to walk down to the 7-Eleven, which is about 3 blocks away. So bring some snacks. There are some vending machines down there on E1, I believe. I think it's E1. The same level that the gift shop is on E1. We're going to be in E2, which is the very bottom basement at the very far end. E2.030 is the room number. Go all the way to the end of the extension. When you bust your head on the wall because you've gone too far and the hallway ends, look to the left through your bloodied eyes, and that's the room where the hearing is going to be. That's all you need to know about that. And I wish I could be there with you guys. I'll be there in spirit. OCT is in good hands with the people who will be there. I hope that's you. Share this video, like this video, let everybody know to be there, and let's get this done. Let's get this passed. I think we have a really good opportunity to get this passed and finally, at least have some semblance of our rights back, okay? A return to the Constitution, and we don't have to worry about these permission slips that Texas is forcing us to get. You guys be safe, be free. I'll see you.